Imagine being forced to drop out of school at 14, not because you are failed, but because you are pregnant. This is the harsh reality because 50% teenage girls in Samburu face early pregnancy, but we are here to change that. I am Baraka Lekatap, the group leader of youngsters.
So my name is Masi Wandere. I'm the programs manager for Samburu Girls Foundation. And Samburu Girls Foundation is a Kenyan non-profit organization. We are based in Samburu and our work is mainly in northern Kenya. The county is in northern Kenya and we've been in existence for the last 13 years. We were founded we are mainly focused on addressing the well-being of girls and adolescent girls and young women in Samburu, and we do this through education interventions, health and social support. And when we talk of education, it's more of like contextualized education programming for our girls in Samburu, appreciating the dynamics of culture and also the social setup in Samburu. So when I talk of emotional wellness, I am talking of psychosocial support, because we do support adolescent girls and young women who've gone through so much challenges in their communities, some things that to them they interpret as culture, but to us we see that is something we need to do differently. And so the girls we rescue, we bring them to the resource center, and here we give them care and protection, and we also give like them education, which is, as I said, super personalized. And on that note, we use a model, we call it the Nabula Accelerator Learning Program, which is more of accelerating the girls. You're going to rescue a 15-year-old, a 13-year-old, she's never been to school before. And in the Samburu culture and context, she's a girl who's been married off. So working closely with the government, the girl gets rescued and she's committed to us through the court. So once the girl gets here, you have to take her to school because it's her inherent right and you can't negotiate with education. So we accelerate her for a period of 1 year, and acceleration is more of a crash program, a crash education program, to just like put her in a position to catch up with her peers, in the sense of how can this girl now be able to like transition to a school and sit in a class like another girl in Nairobi or another girl in an urban area. So our education program also is not only focused on coursework and girls passing exams, it's more of how can we build the agency of this girl holistically. That is for her to be knowledgeable in terms of education, for her to have all the right life skills like leadership, communication skills and everything, to make sure her emotional wellness is in check, and to give her the resilience for her to be able to navigate life as a person. And also on the other side of, she has talents. A girl is not just a child just like that because she's in class. We also appreciate she must be having some unique talents and also hobbies. How can we nurture them for it to be like something she can leverage on in future? So basically that's what we do in SGF. And we believe supporting all these girls, it starts with supporting one girl. If you take a girl to school, if you show a girl like you walk the journey with her, we can tap into the ripple effect and be in a position to like influence the generation that is coming. Because the girls we are supporting right now, they go home, by the fact they're just existing, they're role modeling other girls, and other girls in the community are like, I want to be like that girl because she's in school. So we are just tapping on the ripple effect of supporting a girl. And so our model is more of building the agency of the girls to be change agents in whatever capacity we can.
My name is Antonella Nakai. As for me, Technovation is a global competition involving girls who come up with a problem faced in their community, and then they come up with an app that will help them to solve their problem. So for the first day, we met as a team, we gathered ourselves, and then we divided ourselves into 4 groups. There is Namayana, Tumaini Dreamers, Namnyak, and Youngsters. Then we identified the name of the groups and the problem faced in our community. For example, in my team, Too Many Dreamers, we came up with a problem called FGM, and the app name will be Her Shield. Then that app will help us to identify, to advertise maps directing the people who want help to the rescue centers, and also it sends notification to the police and alert the police if anyone needs help, if also the FGM is happening in a certain area. So as for me, I've enjoyed Technovation. It has been good to me. It has also inspired me to be an software engineering. I would like to make apps to help people solve solutions. And also in lessons parts, I've enjoyed creating an app and also coding.
My name is Esther Dahabu. I joined the organization officially back in 2011, but Dr. Kulea had rescued me earlier since the resource center wasn't there at the moment back then. So my mother had married me off to an older man at the age of 5. So, but luckily I was rescued and taken to an orphanage in Isiolo. I stayed there for like 8 years. Then Dr. Kulea supported my education through primary, through high school, and through college. I did civil engineering. I completed, started working with Kura back in 2021 under the Thika Bypass Road Construction. Then I joined Kera in 2023. And a year later, I came back to the organization. And now I'm supporting the organization as the project coordinator. I'm a mother of one boy. He's 7 years old. He's also in grade 2. Yeah, it was important for me to come back and mentor the other girls because I felt like in most circumstances, the person that can easily motivate you is someone that has been through the same thing like you. So now the girls looking at us, they're like, if she made it, if she did it, I'm also gonna do it. So every time we have like our sessions or maybe one-on-one talking to them, they're like, Esther did civil engineering. Now I want to do it. I want to pursue it. Because if she was able to do it, then that means I can also do it.
Let's connect, protect, and empower.
Our education program is more of there's the coursework that we rely on the Ministry of Education's guidance, that is the CBC curriculum. And then we have the other key components. Number one, we have the life skills. We do have a life skills guide, and this is more of building the agency of the girls. You're talking about leadership. How can we build your capacity as a 13-year-old for you to be a leader? And being a leader is not only being a politician. You can just be a social influencer. That is leadership. Like you can influence positive behavior in your community, and that is leadership. So we need to inculcate life skills in you. And then number two, we do have a psychosocial support guide, which is more of, we are not generalizing trauma in terms of all girls in the world go through trauma, so they need to be taught like in this very specific way. No, our guide is very context specific because we are appreciating these are girls from pastoralist communities, number one. These are girls where their culture is like this, as opposed to another girl in maybe Nairobi. As much as trauma is trauma, but you also need to understand what is the context of whatever they are going through. So our psychosocial support guide is super tailored to the needs of the girls, appreciating also their value system as a community, their beliefs, and now coming from a point of this is what happens to a point of we can do better this way. It helps the girls even to appreciate we are just appreciating our community, and it's more of like a strength-based approach. It won't have a lot of backlash and the girls are now feeling we have an identity crisis because my culture says this, I'm here, I'm being told this. No, ours is context specific. We appreciate this and this from your community, but how can we make it better together? Appreciating also the value system of the community, because we are not saying the community is bad as a whole. We're just saying we need to change a few things that maybe affect girls more than boys. Yeah, and now we do have Technovation programming in our education system, and this is something we started mainstreaming in 2022. That was the very first time our girls started doing Technovation, and so we thought it began as like from the basics of this is a laptop, this is a desktop and everything, because the girls were at 0. And so we were a bit skeptical. We were like, oh no, they're competing with girls from the US, from Canada, from India. And we're like, these are just girls from the village. They've never even seen a computer. How will we even win? And so the girls were really mentored by Global Shapers. And we also had a team from SGF that was like walking the journey with the girls every day, even doing like extra hours. We needed to catch up with girls from the US, girls who've grown up with phones and tech and everything. So hours we had to like, our programming ends maybe at around 5. The girls have to go to school, they come at around 5. From around 6 to up to 9 p.m. you are in class just trying to make them catch up with what ICT is in general. So, and they actually won the Global Social Impact Award from the Innovations, and that was like a wake-up call for us, and we were like, oh, our girls really have potential and we need to tap into this potential of the girls. So that's how now we made Technovation a program in our programming, and in terms of our education, we mainstreamed it in the sense of we made digital literacy a compulsory subject for the girls in the accelerator program, and also for the girls in high schools, universities, and also primary schools.